Hey everybody, it's your girl Miss Leah. Hi! So, I know I have a couple of videos on my channel, and that's because all of them were made on my iPod, and frankly, if you're recording a video on your iPod, you can only do but so much, and the file itself can only be but so big, otherwise it can't upload it to YouTube. So I decided to wait until I got my brand new HP 17-inch Pavilion laptop, which is what I'm using right now. Having said that, happy belated New Year. I know I'm like 8 days late, but you know what? It's fine. I figure as long as I made it before day 10, I'm okay. So I was on YouTube the other day, and out of sheer, not so much boredom, but more curiosity, I did a search of white men and black women. Not necessarily looking for a video with that title, but more of a video that would have like those keywords geared into them somehow. I don't know. And I found that there was a whole like different array of videos that were posted by other YouTube subscribers that centered around white men and black women. But me personally, I was looking for something that was more in depth, that really sort of just shedded light on, I guess you could call it a double standard that seems to be present. Because ultimately, like, I've always said this, and I've said this to just about anybody that really knows me, or that has had a conversation like this with me before. And basically, I've said, you could be a black man and date a white girl, and can't nobody tell you shit. But if you're a black woman trying to date a white guy, suddenly the world is up in an uproar. I'm betraying my race. I'm disgracing my family by deciding to date a white guy. That's some real antiquated bullshit right there. Like, for real. Who in this day and time do you know is purely white or purely black? Everybody is mixed with something on some level. Like, to really, like, just put it out there, everyone is mixed with something. We are all mixed with something. No one is purely black or purely white or purely Hispanic or purely Asian. Like, no one is purebred anymore. We are all mixed up somewhere, you know? And so it irks me to be living in a city as culturally and racially diverse as New York City, and yet to still be hearing comments, like snide side comments from people who totally are against the idea of a person being within an interracial relationship, more specifically if you're a black woman trying to date a white guy. Because as I said before, if I was a black dude trying to date a white girl, it wouldn't even be a problem. No one would be talking about it. It would be because it's widely accepted. And that's fine. But me being a black woman trying to date, having an interest in a white guy is just like, oh, you're doing this and you're doing that, and oh, you should be. I had one person tell me I should be ashamed to, and this was a black woman saying this, a dark-skinned woman in today's society, sometime like last summer or whatever, because I was having a conversation. First of all, I wasn't even talking to her. I was talking to a friend of mine that she and I were on the train, and she came out her face and just looked right at me and was like, you should be ashamed of yourself. So I'm looking at her like, what are you talking about? So she's like, oh, because you're dating a white guy, you should be ashamed of yourself because, you know, you're disgracing your race, this, that, and the third. And I'm looking at her like, who the fuck asked you? And but it wasn't even like what she said, it was like the way she said it. Like, she acted as if I had just like finished murdering somebody and I still had their blood on my hands when I got on the train and sat down next to her. Like, come on. So Like, most times I don't really let anyone's bullshit comments get to me, but that totally took the cake. Because I was expecting some kind of ridicule for me having my own opinions, because frankly people don't know the difference between opinion and fact. But for her to say that to me totally threw me for a loop. So please comment below if you are a dark-skinned woman or a light-skinned black woman period. If you are a black woman and you've dated outside your race, whether it be a white guy or an Asian guy or a Hispanic guy or whatever, and you've experienced some kind of ridicule, please, if you understand my pain or understand what I've dealt with, please feel free to leave a comment down below in the comments box, and I will be sure to comment right back and respond right back to your comment, because I would love to start a discussion about this. I really would, because it makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? If I was a basketball player and I was balling and, you know, I had like stacks and stacks of money in my pocket and I was dating a white girl, couldn't nobody say shit to me. Look at Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is a world-renowned golf pro. He had himself a white girl. Didn't nobody tell him shit about that. I mean, yeah, there was a couple of jokes and whatnot, but for the most part, you know, him being a black man, period, and he having his wife, well, his ex-wife now, him having his ex-wife and having 2 kids with that broad, didn't nobody tell him shit about that. Okay? But if it was flipped and she were the dark-skinned woman dating the golf pro who happened to be white, it would have been an issue. It would have been a problem. You would have been hearing all kinds of comments about that. And that's totally unfair, especially given the fact that we supposedly live in a society today where it is widely accepted to date outside your race. But then you have some that is just like, you know, they'll say to your face that they accept it, but really behind your back they really don't. Like, I was watching this video the other day about what the hell's going on here?